What's up, all my Power Ass crew? Today's video we're gonna do a heater core bypass. It's January. Why am I doing a heater core bypass? It's cold outside. Well, it's like this. If you watch the Jeep forums or if you watch some of the Jeep Facebook groups, you'll see that people who have their heater core go out, they don't have time nor the money to fix it at that particular time. So a good way to keep your rig on the road is to do a heater core bypass. Well, there's a lot of description out there saying, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. But you know what? I'm going to create a good video for you guys to show you the options you have to do a heater core bypass. Now, those of you who probably live from the southern Tennessee line up, it's cold outside, so you probably want to do your heater core, actually fix it because it's cold. So if that's your thing you need to do, up in the corner, I'll put a link to the video showing how to change out a heater core and the blower motor. Cool? So let's get on with this video. But first of all, if this is the first time you guys land on Power Axe YouTube channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell notifications so you'll be notified when I release these videos. I do Jeep videos, car videos, motorcycle videos, tour videos, reviews. You never know what I'm going to do next. You might just learn something. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Let's get on with this. Okay, let's talk about what we're doing now. Here is the hoses for your heater core. I'm using Project Rust Bucket because I've got no fenders right here. Makes everything wide open, easy to view. So not only that, I'm not taking the heater core loose in my main driver rig. So there you go. But here's your heater core. Here's your heater hoses here, and they snake back around here. Goes down to the water neck there. This one comes around underneath here and goes down to the water pump down here. So your option for doing a heater core bypass, the whole thing of it is you just want to take the heater core out of the water loop, basically. So one of your options is going to be take your heater hoses loose, and being that I don't have, there's a little you get a little piece of pipe or something like that that'll fit up in the inside of each one of these heater hoses. You'll disconnect these two heater hoses, put that pipe in there, and just take and butt them together like this right here, and put the clamps back on. Then you've done a heater core bypass, and your heater hoses are in place until you get around to replacing your heater core. Now your other option is going to be taking this, your large hose, this is your small one, and you can take, see if we get lucky. See, I'm going to leave the large one intact, take it loose here, and what I'm doing here is a lot of times those heater hoses will stick to the heater core, and take your pliers, just kind of grab hold and wiggle them, it'll break them loose where you can pull them off a lot easier. Now when I pull this off, I'm subject to loosen antifreeze. And maybe not. Which is okay for the, so I don't have a mess out here while doing the video. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, if you was to have you a piece of pipe, I mean, it could be anything. I mean, you can go to the auto parts store and buy a little, barb fitting to go inside here. But basically, your goal is take these two hoses, put them together, their ends together like that, and the water will just circulate through the block, but won't, obviously nothing in the heater core. But if you don't have a piece of pipe laying around, the next option is going to be is this large hose. There. I'm going to take this one. Okay, I'm going to take this one loose here. Wiggle it to break it loose. Sometimes you got to pull on it while you wiggle it like this too. It helps. Here we go, we got that hose loose, so now we can pull this one out. For now, I'll snap down inside this plastic grommet. There we go. We'll just set that aside for right now. Then we'll take this one. You can see I've got all the fenders and stuff off, so my electronics are laying over here. So you're now going to take this hose here. Let's first clean some of this junk off. We're going to put this hose back on here. Now I'm going to get the camera, I'll show you guys a little closer what I've got going on here. So what I've done is left this hose here intact on the water neck. It comes all the way around through here, loops back around, and goes on here. I slid it on there. So now just take your clamp, slide it back up on there. Now what happens sometimes, if this hose right here happens to be just a little bit bigger than this bar fitting here, these clamps may not work. Zoom back a little bit. These clamps may not work as well, so you may have to use a regular screw style clamps like I have over here. Regular screw style here. So what I really might suggest is that just to prevent any future headaches for yourself, and if you want to try this one, slide up on there and clamp it down, it'll probably work. But if you want to put this on there like such, of course I can't do this with just one hand because now I got to take my screwdriver, stick it here, start tightening that clamp down, and clamp it down on this right here, and I've done a heater core bypass. So let me do that real quick. Now, if you already have your clamps separated like this, separated meaning the band is outside the worm gear, what you want to do is take and slide the band up inside where the worm gear bites into, and take your screwdriver and start tightening up your clamp. And if you get lucky, and I didn't that time, if that, tell you what, make life a little easier on myself, turn the clamp around. So you push the band up inside to the bottom of the worm gear right there, worm screw. Start tightening up your screw. You'll feel that worm screw right there bite hold of that band. Actually, it's a lot easier with a nut driver, but it's the first thing I grabbed. Tighten it down good. So again, just to recap what I just did, I did nothing to this hose right here. This is the one that attaches to the top of your water neck where your thermostat is. It circulates around here, makes a loop back around here, continues down this way, and hooks on to that tube right here coming up out of the water pump. Then I put a typical screw style clamp here just to ensure I got no leaks, because oftentimes you got two different size hoses. Like you got this hose here is too big for this tube right here. You want to compress it a little bit. But the thing with it is, on the Jeeps, they're pretty close in their sizes. This one here has a swelled end on it, so oftentimes you'll be okay. But just for added insurance, I'd rather use these clamps here than these when doing that. So pretty simple. And basically what's going to happen is water pump is going to push the water through that hose right there and keep circulating back around. But obviously it's not going to make it to the heater core, because if you're having to do this, it means your heater core has a hole in it and you're leaking coolant in the floor or something like that. Or you've got that really sweet smell, or you got steam coming up your windshield every time you turn on your heater. So there you go. And that's how you do a heater core bypass. Right there. Now, before some of you asked, is the heater core bad in Project Rust Bucket? No, it's not. I'm just actually making a video for you guys. So the bottom is about ready to fall out because it's starting to rain on me again, so I'm going to cut this off. What I'm going to say is, If you guys need to do the heater core bypass, that's what you do. But if you need to replace your heater core, I'll put a link up in the corner and down in the description where I've got a great informational video on how to change your heater core and your blower motor. Check that video out. Also, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, but give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Cool comments down below. And everyone, appreciate you hanging out. Peace out. Later, y'all.